And welcome to the program. Dr. K. Gene Lucas is with us this morning. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about weight loss
Mm-hmm.
plateaus.
Yeah, everybody gets to one when they do a
Well,
weight loss program.
And if you think about hiking up a mountain, a plateau is very helpful. A
Yeah.
plateau, you can rest, you can recoup, you can think about whether you're going to continue to go up the mountain or not. And so I don't think it's all negative. Everybody says that, well, I'm losing weight, then I stopped. I'm like, well, that's your body, readjusting. It's really common when people have lost weight like 2 pounds a week for a while, and then all of a sudden they don't lose anymore and they get all frustrated and upset and stressed out. And of course, if you're stressed, you don't lose weight.
So what's adjusting in your body? Is it metabolism? Or?
Yeah, it's redesigning, so you're getting muscle build up and fat decrease, hopefully, if you've done enough stuff to lose weight. So I don't think she'll worry about it. But a lot of people do it. It's just very common, and that's the biggest complaint I hear, that they've been losing weight all along, and then all of a sudden they're either slowing down or haven't lost any more. The main thing is just don't gain any. Don't gain any during that time, because some people get frustrated and they say, well, I'm just going to eat whatever I want because I'm not losing any more weight. So that's not real smart. But
Counterproductive. Yeah.
Some people just go crazy and say, well, it's not worth it, and blah, blah, blah. But weight loss should be slow. It should be very slow. You want to keep it off forever. You don't want to just lose it for the wedding, although that's a good, some people do that. And if you have a goal like that, you have to realize that's a short-term goal. That's not going to help you with long-term goals. So if you're doing that for in 4 weeks I have to lose 10 pounds, you're really going to have to do a lot to lose 10 pounds, but then you may gain it right back afterwards. So you really want to lose it long term, not short term. You have to have long term planning as far as planning for the plateaus.
But so you're in that plateau period, and you are adjusting. What do you do to get it rolling again?
Well, you have to look at your schedule. First of all, you look at your schedule and what you're doing. Because a lot of people, if they've been on a diet for a long time, you know how things start creeping in. You start drinking more wine at night, or you have that extra dessert, or you grab something in the office. So you're going to have to start the food diary back if you haven't continued to do it. And one thing that's good is to continue your food diary when you're on a diet. I know it's a pain to do it every day, but that's how you see what you're doing and see how many calories you're taking in. And some people get slack with that. So a lot of times you get slack with what you're doing. So you got to get back on track, start keeping track of all your food. And then if you look like you're actually eating not that bad, you subtract 200 calories.
Try to knock back a couple hundred more, right?
You try to lower those calories a little bit more. You also look at your exercise program if you have one. So if you're losing weight, you have an exercise program, and you're doing the treadmill every day for 30 minutes every day, you need to vary what you're doing. I think most people do not think about that. They just say, if they put in time, and they call it put in time, like you're serving a life sentence, or put in time on the treadmill, then they'll be okay. But that's not really true. Your body adapts to that exercise. It's no longer a challenge. If you think about it, you do your pulse. Your pulse is going to be coming down with the treadmill over time. You're going to get used to it, and then it's not going to really be helping you burn up as many calories as you need to. So if you've got machines that are available, and you do the elliptical versus the treadmill, or you go for a walk outside for longer, because most people are able to walk outside longer than they do the treadmill, because the treadmill's boring. Or if you go to aerobics class instead of the treadmill, you just have to vary it up. You can do weights or alternate weights with some kind of cardio, but you want to get your heart rate up and you want to sweat. And so if you don't get your heart rate up and you don't sweat, then you're not really getting the full benefit from that exercise. So that's what you have to do. You have to vary what you're doing, and you can do a different exercise every day, but do something different.
You other things too. You involve other people, play basketball.
Yeah, there's lots of things. There's things that are called sports and games. It doesn't always have to be exercise. It doesn't always have to be called exercise, which some people think is some kind of torture. But the other thing is check alcohol consumption. That's a lot of calories. In the alcohol. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. People that don't sleep don't lose weight. So if you're stressed out and worried about something and you're not sleeping well at night, then you need to correct that, or you won't lose weight. And the stress situation will keep you from losing weight. If you're too stressed out, worried about stuff, part of that is not sleeping, but part of it is the hormones that stress causes to be made in your body continue to store calories in case you have to run from the tiger.
Well, is there any way to prevent that that plateau, or do you want to even?
I think you just have to not worry about it if you do it, but also I think you just need a plan. Like this month I'm going to do these kind of exercises, and that month you just change it up as you go. I mean, most people don't have that kind of plan. They don't think about what they're doing. They just think I'm going to do the treadmill every night, and they think they're doing great with that, and that is good compared to nothing. But you really need to vary what you're doing. I think that's the key point. Is not only vary your exercise, but check in with the food. Try new foods that have low calories. You know, don't just do the same thing all the time. Some people go on a diet; they eat the same exact food every breakfast, every lunch, every dinner, and that's not going to work. That's not going to work long term. So you're into long term thinking. Plan it like July is going to be the month where I'm doing this kind of exercise, and August will be the month I'm doing this kind, and sort of plan it out. If you're doing exercise DVDs, then if you got a collection like I do, you just change it. Like, I'm not going to do those anymore. I'm going to do these. I'm going to do something harder, more challenging. I'm not just going to do the easy Richard Simmons ones. I'm just gonna do
Probably, I would think of you talking about your different changing up your meals too. Breakfast is one of those things that a lot of people just have exactly the same thing every day.
Yeah, and part of it is timing, but also if you think ahead about what you're doing, I think that's the key to weight loss is to think ahead. You know, plan for what you're going to eat the next morning and do something different.